Hello, dear students. So, myself is Syed Abdul Qadir, and people call me as Irfan also. Know me. So, I am here to just explain the topics which may come in your final examination, and it may help you to score some good marks, whatever you are trying to get the marks. No, so I may add you the 5% or 10% extra marks for your result by learning these things with me. So this is the first time I'm going to upload a video on the YouTube because of what many people are showing interest, many students are showing interest to learn with the help of me. So because of that reason, I'm trying to upload, and please subscribe and encourage me to upload the more and more videos. See here, you have 10 math examination. So already you have written what first language, second language, and science examination. I think hope all exams have gone well. So now we will try to give our best in our math exam also, because the math paper will be, math is a topic which we find easy if you are good in learning. So whenever you are trying to learn these concepts, whichever I am going to explain, so short, they will give you the full marks for your result. So by that you can increase your grades, and you can bring the smile on your parents' faces, and you can bring the fame for your schools. The students have got so good marks in maths, and you can make your math teacher also happy. So here today we are going to discuss 2 mark topics in this video. So there are some 8 2 mark questions will come in your final exam paper. So every year. So here these are the topics which compulsory appear in your final exam paper for the 2 marks. So what are the topic? Let us know first. The first one is what to prove that irrational. So the number will be given. You have to prove irrational. There will be no calculations are involved in this. So it is almost a theoretical question, and you have to do it very easily. And the next, finding the HCF and LCM. So HCF and LCM can be found by using the factorization method, and we are verifying HCF into LCM is equal to product of 2 numbers. So that is the one thing. Nowadays, if you see your model papers and preparatory 1, 2, 3 papers, there is a word problem is appeared, and you have to find out. You have to identify whether you need to find the HCF or LCM, and then you have to find it. So that is the second topic. Then we'll go to the elimination method, belongs to the linear equation, which is the very easiest sum in your 10th standard math. Okay. Then next, finding the roots of quadratic equation by factorization method, splitting the middle term, or you can, or question will be there, or options will be there for this question. You have to find out the discriminant and the nature of the roots for the given quadratic equation. And after that, there is a one more question from arithmetic progression. That is nothing but finding the nth term. They may ask you to find the 20th term of AP or 30th term of AP, or they can ask what? Find the sum of n terms. Means find the sum of 20 terms, 10 terms of a given AP by using the formula. So this is the fifth topic. Then we go to the sixth topic. Here I have written ratios of trigonometry. So this is the very easiest. People, students think that trigonometry means very hard, but here there is nothing. There one triangle will be given. All the 3 sides values will be there. They just ask you to write the ratio. It may be sine, cos, tan, cot, and secant or cosecant. Then next topic is belongs to coordinate geometry. In this, the question will be for the on distance formula or section formula. You all know distance formula and section formula, I hope. So by using that one, we can do it. So this red line, underlined, all the 7 topics are there. No, this is very easiest one, and every student can do after practicing some 1 or 2 days. If you practice some 4, 4, 5, 5 sums, it is very easy to write in your final exam also. The last topic is circle. So normally every year they used to ask circle 1 mark 2 question, but this year pattern is changed. So they are asking 1 2 mark question for the circle. Okay. So 7 topics everyone should learn, and the 8th one circle, those who want to score centum. So those people should not skip this topic also. They have to learn everything, all the 8 topics. So let us start discussing topics one by one. So first one is prove that irrational. So normally prove that root 5, root 3, root 2 irrational. So that belongs to the what 3 mark topic. So because of that thing, I am not using those things to prove here. So if you have time, you practice those also, because never know, it may come for the examination. But the the prediction is these types of sums will come in your final examination. Prove that 6 plus root 2 is irrational. I am selecting this sum because it is appeared in your previous examination for many times. There are 2 3 questions. 6 plus root 2 is irrational. 5 minus root 3 is irrational. 5 plus root 2 is irrational. These are the questions repeatedly coming in your final exam. So let us start proving this one. This is the very easiest method. If you concentrate and pay attention fully, so in 5 minutes you will end up by learning this sum. So let me start this one. So the question says that prove that 6 plus root 2 is irrational. 6 plus root 2 is irrational. We already know root 2 is irrational, but they are asking you to prove this one. So how to prove? So whenever you are trying to prove these numbers are irrational, you have to use the contradiction method. So first we assume that the given number is rational. Let us consider. Let us assume 6 plus root 2 is rational. So whenever you are assuming that 6 plus root 2 is rational, the rational numbers can be expressed in the form of p by q. So now 6 plus root 2 is equal to p by q. Here p and O prime and q should not be equal to 0. Q value should not be equal to 0. So we assume, so 6 plus root 2 is rational, and it is expressed in the form of p by q also. Now I am transposing 6 in the next step. Root 2 is equal to p by q. So when I transpose plus 6, it becomes what? Minus 6. Now root 2 is equal to, so we are taking the LCM, that is nothing but q. So it is already there, so p as it is. Minus here divided by 1 is there, 1 into q is q, so it becomes what? 6 into q is 6q. Now you can see root 2 we have left hand side, and p minus 6q divided by q at the right hand side. So this is already expressed in the form of p by q. So it is rational. P minus 6q divided by q is rational. If the right hand side is rational, then left hand side should be rational. So root 2 is also rational. Okay. So we wrote that p minus 6q divided by q is rational because it can be expressed in the form of p by q, and root 2 is also rational because it is equal to p minus 6q divided by q. But we know that root 2 is irrational. So if root 2 is irrational, if the left hand side is irrational, that is equal to p minus 6q divided by q. So that should be what? Irrational. So therefore 6 plus root 2 is irrational. So this is the very easiest thing to get the 2 marks, and here we are trying to prove that 6 plus root 2 is irrational. Let me quickly revise again. we are trying to prove that 6 plus root 2 is an irrational number. I considered 6 plus root 2 is rational. Then 6 plus root 2 should be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are co-prime and q is not equal to 0. Then I am transposing 6, root 2 is equal to p by q minus 6. So the LCM of q and 1 is q. So root 2 is equal to p minus 6q divided by q. So p minus 6q divided by q can be expressed in the form of p by q. So it is rational. If the right hand side is rational, then root 2 should be rational. So root 2 is also rational. But we know that root 2 is irrational. We have proved many times root 2 is irrational. So it contradicts our assumption. What we assume, then what we are getting, that is what is different. So because of that reason, 6 plus root 2 is irrational. So this is the question, and like this, few more questions. If you practice, easily you can answer in your final exam, and you get full marks, 2 out of 2. So this is the way of solving easily to get the full marks. Okay. So then let us move on to the next topic. So the next topic is HCF and LCM. So if you have any doubt, you are not understood fully, you can ask me. You can comment me. I will come with what is some with the, one more. Try to give a better explanation if you are not understanding. Okay. So then next sum is finding the HCF and LCM and verifying that HCF into LCM is equal to product of two numbers. So there is a question which is repeatedly asked in the exam. I am going with 5 and LCM 510 and 92 and verify HCF into LCM is equal to product of two numbers. So here we need to find out HCF and LCM first. HCF LCM can be found by using the prime factorization method. So that is the only one method which is discussed in your syllabus. So let us find out the prime factors of 510 and 92. So let us start with 510. So we can start with 2. 2 times is 4, 1 is remaining, then it is 11. 2 5s are 10. One more is again 1 is remaining, 11 is there. 11 minus 10 is how much? 1. Then again it becomes 10. So then 2 5s are. Now 255. So this is not divisible by 2 because it is not a even number. So now check whether it is divisible by 3. The easiest way to identify whether it is divisible by 3 or not, you just add the numbers. 2 plus 5 plus 5, you get 12. Is the 12 fall in the 3 table? Yes. So then it is divisible by 3. If 12 falls in the 3 table, then it is divisible by 3. So let us start with the 3. 3 8s are how much? 24. 1 remains. Take 1 this side, then it becomes 15. 5s are. Okay, 85. Now 85. Just check whether it is divisible by 3 or not. 8 plus 5, 13. So 13 is not falling in 3 table. So we'll go to the 5. 5 ones are 5. 3 remains. 35 is there. So 7s are. So now 17 is also a prime number. 17 ones are. So now 510 0 can be expressed 2 into 3 into 5 into 17. So then we have one more number, that is nothing but what? 92. Is it divisible by 2? Yes, because it's an even number. 2 2 times, 2 3 times. Now 23 is also a prime number, 23 one time. So 92 can be expressed in the form of 2 square into 23 is equal to. HCF is the highest common factor. So here 2 and 2 square. Here the highest common is 2. So the HCF of given number is how much? 2. Then LCM, least common multiple, 2 square into 3 into 5 into 17 into 23. Okay. 2 square is 4. 4 3s are 12. 12 5s are 60. 60. Now multiply with what is 17. 7 into 0 is 2. Then 1 into 0 0 6. 0 2 1 0. We can multiply. 23 into 0 is 0. 23 2s are 46. Carry 4 and this 4 as it is. 23 1s are 23. So now we got LCM 23,460. So now you have to verify HCF into LCM is equal to product of two numbers. So HCF, how much we got? 2. LCM is 23460 is equal to 510 into 92. So now multiply. 2 into 0 is 0. 2 6 are 12. Carry 1. 2 4s are 8 plus 1 9. And 2 3s are 6. 2 2s are 4. And here also you will get the same thing. 46,920. So this is the very easiest thing to find out HCF and LCM by prime factorization. So the question is given, find the HCF and LCM of 510 and 92 and verify HCF into LCM is equal to product of two numbers. So I found the factors of 510, 510 by prime factorization. I got factor 2 into 3 into 5 into 17. And then the factors of 92 is 2 square and 23. So now HCF is highest common factor. The only thing which is common is what? 2 in both numbers, both factors. Then after that, when we find out the LCM, the least common multiple, that is 2 square, 3, 5, 17 and 23. So when I multiplied, I got 23,460 and HCF into LCM is equal to product of two number. 2 into 23,460 is nothing but 46,920 and 510 into 92 is also what? 46920. So this is the one sum where you can get for what? 2 marks. And this is also very easiest. You have to do it by prime factorization. Kindly practice some more sums which is there in your model question papers, preparatory papers, or last year question papers. You are able to write the answer in your final examination for this one. Okay. So this is the second one. So here by doing these two sums, prove that irrational, and after that finding the HCF, LCM and verifying, you get easily 4 marks. Okay. So next move on to the topic elimination method, the easiest mathematics sum in your 10th standard book. Find the, find the value of x and y by elimination method. Okay. So these are the easiest sum which will be given in your final exams to get the score, to get the marks very easily. And here I am going to explain one sum which will be very easy and you can also do it easily. So here we are trying to solve by elimination method. So pair of linear equation will be given. 2x plus y is equal to 8. 3x minus y is equal to 7. See, this is the what very easiest sum to do it by elimination method. So here you can see the coefficient y, you can see the variable y with the same coefficient. Same coefficient means numerical number coefficient is here 1 and this is also 1. And this is plus 1 and this is minus 1. So whenever you are adding the minus y and plus y, answer becomes what is 0. So here directly we are eliminating the y and getting the value of what? X. So just add these two equations. This is the equation 1 and this one is what? Equation 2. So y and y cancelled because plus y minus y is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 2x plus 3x is how much? 5x is equal to 8 plus 7 is 15. Now x is equal to transpose 5, then 15 by 5. 5 one time, 5 three times. So the value of x we got is how much? Box to identify the answer very easily. So then next, substitute x in equation 1. So what is your equation 1? 2x plus y is equal to 8. So now 2, x value we know already, 3 plus y is equal to 8. 2 3s are 6 plus y is equal to 8. Transpose 6, y is equal to 8 minus 6. So y is equal to how much? 8 minus 6 is 2. This is the x value and this is the y value. So if you are not confirmed with your answer, you just cross check. So here you have x. So x is how much? 3. And here y value is how much? 2. So 3 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So then 3 3 is 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. So our answer is correct. And this is also the easiest sum where every student can get 2 marks fully. So here we have solved by elimination method. The sum is 2x plus y is equal to 8. 3x minus y is equal to 7. The first thing we are eliminating y and y. So add 2x plus 3x, we got how much? 5x is equal to 8 plus 7 is how much? 15. So x is equal to 15 by 5. So 5 and 5 ones are 5 threes are, x is equal to 3. So substitute x in equation 1 and you will get the value of equation, you will get the value of y. 2x plus y is equal to 8. In place of x we are replacing 3, substituting 3. 2 3s are 6, y as it is equal to 8. Y is equal to 8 minus 6, we got the value of y is how much? 2. So you can practice some more sum from your model question paper and you can practice from your preparatory papers also. See, the model question paper is the key for score some 60 to 65 marks. So if you cross check with the science paper also, so there are some questions for the 64 marks we got from the model papers only. So please keep solving your model papers. With that, you go to the LPA and solve few sums which are repeatedly appeared in your examination. By this, you can improve your math and you can get some good score and you can amaze us everyone. So now let us move on to the next topic, that is nothing but what? Factorization, finding the roots of quadratic equation and discriminant. So let us see, I have few questions which favorably asked in your final exam also. So today we'll go with one question. We need to find out find the roots of quadratic equation two x square minus 6x minus x 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So randomly I am taking one quadratic equation to find out the roots of this quadratic equation. Okay, you can practice some more quadratic. You can take some more quadratic equation from your LBA. You can see which question is repeatedly asked, and you can take from your model papers and preparatory papers. Prepare yourself, and this is also the easiest thing. So you have learning from 8th, 9th, and 10th, splitting the middle term, factorizing, finding the value of x. So here, so first thing, we take the quadratic equation 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So this is in the form of ax square plus bx and c is equal to 0. And you can identify this is the quadratic equation because its degree or highest power is how much? 2. Okay. So the first step, you multiply the first term and the last term. 2x square into minus 6 is minus. Okay. So what is the middle term? 1x. So now you have to find out the two factors. How many factors? Two factors. So whose product should give minus 12x square. Its addition or subtraction should give how much? 1x. So normally you all know that 4 threes are 12. Okay. So plus 4 minus 3 will give you what? Minus 1. So I'll take 4 plus 4x minus 3x plus into minus minus 4 3s are 12, x into x is x square. Plus 4x minus 1 positive, 1 negative is there. It is obviously subtraction. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So now first term as it is 2x square. Then the middle term you have to split this one plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. I want answer as a plus 1x. So I am taking the bigger number as positive and the smaller number as negative. So now these are the first two terms and this is what is next two term. So you can take common from these two. 2 and 4 comes in two table. So the factor is what? 2. X square and x. So the factor is x. So 2 we are already taken. From x square, the x is already taken. What is remaining here? Only x. Then plus. X is already common. So then, so take negative sign. 3 and 6 both are divisible by 3. So factor is what? 3. Minus into minus plus. 3 get cancelled. X is remaining. So minus into minus plus. Minus minus get cancelled. So here what is remaining? 2 is equal to 0. Now, so what is common here? X plus 2. Then the remaining things you write in one more bracket. 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. The first one I will take. X plus 2 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to of x. Then 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. 2x, I'm transposing the 3, it becomes what? Plus 3. So then x is equal to 3 divided by 2. So this is what? Second root. The roots of given quadratic equation is minus 2 and 3 by 2. So let me have quick revise of this sum. So the question is given, find the roots of 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. I have multiplied the first and the last term, the first step. 2x square minus 6, that is nothing but what? 12x square. The middle term is how much? X. X means 1x it is. So now we need to find the two factors whose product is minus 12, and when you add it, you should get how much? 1x. So I found two factors, plus 4 and minus 3, because plus 4 minus 3 is plus 1. Plus into minus 4 3 is 12, x into x square. I am splitting this plus x as plus 4x minus 3x. Now we take 2x common from the first two terms. We got x plus 2. Then minus 3 common, x plus 2 is equal to 0. So here you can see the x plus 2 is common. So then what is remaining? 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So first x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to how much? Minus 2. And 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. After the transposing, we get x is equal to 3 by 2. So this is also the one easiest question where you can score 2 marks, factorization. Otherwise, if you are finding difficulty in this, to factorize and get the answer, so there is a one more very easiest thing or question will be there. Find the discriminant of the given quadratic equation, and after that you have to identify the nature of root. Find the discriminant of. So randomly I am choosing one quadratic equation from your model paper only. 2x square minus 6x plus 3 is equal to 0. So we'll find out the value of discriminant. Find the discriminant of quadratic equation 2x square minus 6x plus 3 is equal to 0, and identify the nature of root. Nature of roots. Okay. So the given equation is 2x square minus 6x plus 3 is equal to plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now just extract the values of a, b and c. A is equal to coefficient of x square 2. B is equal to coefficient of x minus 6. C is equal to constant term, that is 3. So what is the formula for the discriminant? Delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. The formula for the discriminant is delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So here b square minus 4ac, all the values you know, a you know, b you know, and c also you know. So already we extracted from the given equation. So delta is equal to b value is how much? Minus 6 square minus 4 into a value is how much? 2 into 3. Minus 6 whole square is minus into minus plus 6 6 are how much? 36. So there are few students knowingly or unknowingly they write what? Minus 36. Whenever you are squaring the 6, whenever you are squaring the minus negative number, it becomes positive. So minus into minus is plus, then 6 into 6 is 36. Minus 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24. So the value of delta is 12. So 12 is a positive value. So if the value of delta is more than 0, if it is more than 0, positive value, then the roots are real and distinct or unequal, you can say. Roots are, nature of root is roots are real and distinct. You can also say unequal. Okay, same meaning. So here, this is also very simplest one. Compared to the factorization, this is simpler than that. So if you are finding difficulty to practice your factorization, practice finding the discriminant of a given quadratic equation. Or option will be there in your final paper. Either you have to find the roots of given quadratic equation, or you have to find out the value of discriminant and identify the nature. So finding the value of discriminant and identifying the nature is the very easiest one. So here the equation is 2x square minus 6x plus 3. It is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now the value of a is 2, value of b is minus 6 and c value is plus 3. So the formula to find out the discriminant delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. Otherwise, you can also use what d is equal to. Okay. So delta is equal to d is equal to b square minus 4ac. So we got the value of discriminant is how much? 12. So then the roots are real and distinct. Roots are real and distinct or unequal. So this is the one more topic easily you can crack in your final paper. So feel free to comment and ask if you are not getting any topic or you didn't understand any sum. You can ask those sums in the comment box. Hopefully we will answer you. Okay. So now what are the topics are finished? Prove that irrational, HCF, LCM, elimination method, factorization. By doing these 4 topics, easily you score what? 8 marks. And in this, there is nothing difficult. If you practice 2, 3, 4 sums from your model papers and preparatory papers, easily you can get answer for these things. And you will be pro when you go to the exam and write this one. So now let us start one more topic that is also very easiest and the favorite topic for many students, finding the nth term or sum of nth term, finding the nth term or sum of nth term of AP. So here this is also very simplest one. I have taken few sums which is repeatedly comes in your examination. Those sums only I am trying to explain you. Okay, the first one, let us learn how to find the nth term of AP. Find the 30th term of AP. Find using formula. Okay, so we are trying here. First term is 5, second term is 8, and the third term is 11. So like this, numbers are written, and we need to find out what is the 30th term of this given AP by using the formula. So you all know that to find nth term of AP, we have formula AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. A stands for first term and D is the common difference and N is what? Nth term. So let us find out the values. We extract these values from the given AP. The first term is A. A is equal to how much? 5. So how to find out D? A2 minus A1. This is A1, this is A2. A2 is 8 minus 5 is equal to how much? 3. D value is 3. And N is already given. Find the 30th term, 30. So now apply all these values in the formula. Nth term, An is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D, and you will easily get the answer. So A30, 30th term we are trying to find. So value is how much? 5 plus N value is how much? 30 minus 1 into D. D value is how much? 3. So first 5 as is plus 30 minus 1, 29. 29 into 3. So it is difficult to tell answer very fast. See, just split 29 into two things. 20 plus 9. Okay. 23 is a 60. 9 3 is a 27. 60 plus 27 is how much? 87. 23 is a 60 and 9 3 is a 27. 60 plus 27 is 87. If you are finding multiplication of big number difficult, you can break it and do it. You will get easily answer. You may not go wrong. So 5 plus 87 is how much? 92. So your 30th term is how much? 92. So very simple sum. AP is given 5, 8, 11. Using the formula, you need to find out the 30th term. So whenever the word T 30th, this TH comes, no? So this is belongs to what? AN. Sometimes you get confused what to find out, AN or SN. If your nerves are not properly connected to brain, then you will get sometimes confusion. But for the recall, if you recall these things, if you keep the tricks in your brain, if the TH comes, no, so that is only for the nth term, means AN formula you should use. So when you are calculating the sum of n terms, there this find the sum of 30 terms, not 30th term. 30 terms will come. So TH, so directly use what nth term formula. So that is AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. A is the first term, D is A2 minus A1, that is 3, and N is already given the 30th term, 30. So just apply the values. A30 is equal to 5 plus N is 30 minus 1 into 3, 5 as is plus 29 3 is 87. A30 is equal to how much? 92. So this is also very easiest. You can get 2 marks easily. Sometimes what happens in case if they ask to find the sum of n term. So that is also very easiest only. There is nothing difficult in calculating the sum of n term. So let us choose one sum and we'll do it. So there is a one sum which I selected that is asking repeatedly in the examination. It may be similar sum will fall in your paper also. So now we have one sum. Find the sum of first 10 terms of AP sum of first 10 terms of AP arithmetic progression 3 plus 7 plus 11 dash 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 using formula. See, the previous sum you recall 30th, TH was there. But here what is given? Only 10 terms. So directly you can use your brain, whenever you see this 10 terms, your brain should directly say that it is SN. Okay. So train your brain like that. So now we need to find out what is sum of 10 terms. So whenever the word sum comes, we have to use SN formula. So SN, sum of n term is equal to n upon 2 in bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So here also you need to extract a. A is the first term. What is that? 3. Then find out d. D is 7 minus 3. How much? 4. So here n value is 10. So S10 is equal to 10 by 2 in bracket 2 into A is how much? 3 plus the value of N is given 10 minus 1. D is how much? 4. So 2 1 time, 2 5 times. Simplify this one. 5 in bracket. 2 3s are 6 plus 10 minus 1 9. 9 4s are 4 times of 9 is how much? 36. So now 5 into how much? 42. 36 plus 6 is 42. So 42 5s are. Otherwise you can do like this also. 42 tens are how much? 420. So half of that one 210. So S10 is equal to 210. You can multiply and see. 5 2s are 10, 0 carry 1. 5 4s are 20 plus 1 is 210. So this is also very easiest. We have to extract A, D and N from the given sum and apply the Sn formula and replace the value and easily will get what? Answer. Sn is equal to 210. So now fifth topic is also over. Now you can easily score what? 10 marks. 1-0 without doing any mistake. If you practice for some 4-4-5-5 sums from your textbook, from your LPA or from your model question paper, best thing, use your model paper, regularly solve it till your exam starts. Because the major, almost every sum will come what from the model paper only, around 50 to 60 marks. And after that, the remaining sums also will be what a similar sum which is given in the model paper. There is no something else will come from the outside. Okay, it is belongs to your paper only. Topic should be remembered. Okay, so then 5 topics are closed. Now we have gone through it in detail. Easily, if you learn these things till now, the 10 marks is yours. Okay, so now let's move towards what 12. Okay, now move on to the next topic, ratios of trigonometry. So you all know there are 6 ratios in the trigonometry. First 3 are ratios and the remaining 3 ratios are what? Reciprocal of first 3. So you need to remember first, you have to recall the ratios whenever you are starting the sum which will be given in your question paper. So the sum pattern will be like this. So you have already solved in your all the 3 preparatory, the same pattern question is repeated. So let us take in the given figure, find the value of sin p and tan r. The figure is this one. So we have one right angle triangle P Q R. R is right angle 3 root 2 1. Okay, we have PQR, a right angle triangle where Q is 90 degree. In the given figure, find the value of sin P and tan R. You have to just to find out the value of sin and tan. Sin P and tan R. So very easiest one. Values are also given. So PQ is root 2, QR is 1 and the hypotenuse PR is how much? 3. So how to do this one? Very easy. You all know sin P is equal to. So your reference angle is P. This is your reference angle, right? P is your reference angle. So suppose if you are standing at P, so this QR is opposite for you. When you are standing, you keep yourself on P. You keep yourself on P. When you are standing on P, what is opposite to you? QR. So this is what opposite. On which you are standing, that is what adjacent. So what is adjacent to you? PQ. and the biggest side, the longest side of right angle triangle is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse will not change. According to the reference angle, your opposite and after that your adjacent may change, but not hypotenuse. Sin P. P is your reference angle. What you want? Sin P. What is the ratio for sine? Opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite by hypotenuse. That is what? Sine. So you are on the P. What is opposite to you? QR. And what is hypotenuse? PR. So what is the value of QR? 1. PR is how much? 3. So the sine P value is 1 by 3. Then next you have to find out tan R. So you are standing on R. So what is opposite to you? PQ. And what is adjacent to you? QR. And the hypotenuse is PR only. So what is the ratio for the tan? Opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent. Standing on R, what is opposite? PQ. What is adjacent? QR. So PQ, value of PQ is root 2 divided by 1. Is nothing but what? Root 2. So similarly, by changing the values, one triangle will be given. They ask you to write the just ratio. You have to remember sine is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, cos is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, tan is equal to opposite by adjacent. And the remaining three are what? Reciprocal of this one. For example, cosecant, cosec is equal to reciprocal of sine. Sine is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. Cosecant becomes what? Hypotenuse by opposite. Cos. What is cos? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Then secant becomes what? Hypotenuse by adjacent. Cot is reciprocal for what? Reciprocal of tan. So cot is nothing but what? Adjacent by opposite. So these you have to remember. So the sign is what? Opposite by adjacent, O by A, then opposite by hypotenuse, then O by A by H. The last one is what? O by A. OH, AH, OA. So these are what? Ratios. Okay. So easily you can calculate, and here also you can score 2 marks. Use the triangle, write the ratio by using your trigonometric ratio knowledge. So this is also, there is nothing difficult in this. You can easily learn and score in your final examination. So now till now we have discussed for what? 12 marks. And then there is a one more question. Find Find the distance between two given points or two given vertex, or you need to find some ratios. So let us discuss one sum, how to find out the distance. You all know distance formula, I think. That is the very easiest formula to remember and easiest formula to calculate sum also. So now, so one sum I am taking, which is also repeated in your final exams many times. Find the distance between the points P 2, 3 and Q 4, 1 using distance formula. Find the distance between the 2 points P and Q. The coordinates of P are 2, 3 and coordinates of Q are 4, 1. So we consider this one as x1, this is y1, this is x2 and y2. So distance formula. Distance is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is the distance formula, very easy to remember, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under root. So now we're finding the distance between what, p and q. So root of x2 4 minus x1 2 whole square plus y2 1 minus 3 y1 whole square. Now root of 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 square is how much? 4. So here 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Greater number same. Minus 2 square is how much? Plus 4. So this is how much? 8. So 8 can be written as root 4 into 2. The square root of 2, root 2 units. Okay. So this is what, how to find the distance between the 2 points. Just to take the distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under root. So then x2 value is 4, x1 value is 2. So plus y2 value is 1 and y1 value is 3. So 4 minus 2, 2. 2 square is how much? 4. Plus 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Minus 2 square is also 4. Minus into minus is plus. Now 4 under root 4 plus 4 is root 8. Root 8 can be expressed as 4 into 2. So square root of 4 is 2 and root 2 as it is. So the value, the distance is how much? 2 root 2 units. So this is also one 2-mark question, and there is a one more is there. You can take distance or section formula. So section formula also you all remember.